We're on the air and on the move, so welcome to this edition of the Native News Update on this Thursday, September 24th. I'm your host for today's program, Paul Demain. Many of the stories viewed here can also be found at our website at IndianCountryNews.com or check out our other digital programs at IndianCountryTV.com. Here are the news stories for the day from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. So, a second teenager has admitted torching a church on an upstate New York reservation during July. Daylin Antone of Navajo, New York, pled guilty this week to arson. The 17-year-old admitted acting with a 16-year-old Jacob Homer to set fire to the Wesleyan Church among the Onondagas on the Onondaga Nation just south of Syracuse. The guilty plea satisfied burglary and arson charges from a second fire the same day at the United Methodist Church Onondaga Mission as well. Like Homer, who was sentenced earlier this month, Antone is receiving youthful offender treatment, which will remove the felony conviction from his record. He'll be sentenced October 13th to 1 1/3 to 4 years in state prison. The two teens will be required to pay full restitution. Critics of a plan to expand a ski resort in Arizona on an Arizona mountain are suing the U.S. Forest Service in what has become a years-long battle to protect a site considered sacred by many native tribes. The lawsuit filed this week comes more than 3 months after the U.S. Supreme Court denied an appeal from the tribes that said the use of treated wastewater to make artificial snow on the mountain threatened their religious and cultural survival. The lawsuit filed by the Save the Peaks Coalition and a group of citizens contends the Forest Service failed to consider the human health risks of ingesting snow made with treated wastewater at the Arizona Snowball Resort outside of Flagstaff, Arizona. The Forest Service and former Coconino National Forest Supervisor Nora Razur are named as defendants. Coconino Forest spokesman Karen Milas Clark declined to comment, citing pending litigation. A panel of the 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals previously sided with the tribes who asserted that drinking water tainted by runoff from the man-made snow could pose health risks. The full court later overturned that decision, saying the plaintiffs never properly raised the issue in the lower court, according to the lawsuit. Senator Tim Johnson says the Yankton Sioux tribe is getting $5.8 million in federal stimulus money to complete a new jail. The South Dakota Democrat says the jail that is about 60% complete will have updated safety and medical features to better protect both inmates and correctional officers. A $25 million grant was announced earlier for the Rosebud Sioux tribe for an adult jail there as well. Utah's Navajo tribe would gain more control over its finances under a bill that's been introduced by U.S. Senator Bob Bennett. Under the Utah Republicans' bill, the state-managed Utah Navajo Trust Fund would be turned over to the Utah Dene Corporation, a corporate entity formed by the Utah Navajo people through their elected representatives. Since 1933, Utah has managed about 37% of the royalties from oil and gas production within the area known as the Aneth Extension. This area north of the San Juan River was added to the Navajo reservation to compensate for land that had been taken to establish Lake Powell. The Aneth Extension was the first area on the reservation to produce oil and gas. The Salish-Kootenai College is getting a federal grant to recruit students to serve as election poll workers. Secretary of State Linda McCulloch, who oversees state elections, says that the college will get $66,000 from the U.S. Election Assistance Commission. The proposal includes a working relationship with Flathead Valley Community College in both the Lake and Flathead County election offices. McCulloch says students will improve their civic knowledge by serving as poll workers. The college plans to recruit those who speak the Salish and Kootenai languages in order to help Native American voters in the area. The Department of Interior has again delayed its long-stalled decision on whether a landless Montana tribe deserves federal recognition. The Little Shell tribe of Chippewa date their quest for recognition to the 1860s when a small band of members led by Chief Little Shell was cut out of a treaty signed with federal authorities. The tribe has about 4,300 members and is recognized by the state of Montana. It submitted its federal recognition application in 1978. The new decision deadline is October 26th. Assistant Secretary of Indian Affairs George Skabeen wrote in a letter sent to the tribe this week. Skabeen wrote that the deadline was pushed back because the final decision is still under legal review. The same reason was offered for a 60-day delay announced in July earlier this year. So from 1978 until 2009, with many 60-day extensions, I guess. The Federal Institute of Museum and Library Service has awarded six-figure grants to 4 Alaskan entities. The Chilkoot Indian Association of Haines, working with the Haines Bureau Public Library, will get $150,000 for youth projects, films to document elders' knowledge, and technology training for patrons. The Chilkat Indian Village in Haines will get $150,000 for a project to enhance literacy and preserve history for tribal members. And the Hatna of Anchorage will get the same amount to digitize cassette recordings and VHS recordings of elders from the 1970s and later. The 4th grant goes to the organized village of Kazan in Ketchikan. It will get $121,145 to sustain its library. And we want to remind people that this weekend on Friday, September 25th and Saturday, September 26th is that Munawanekaning Minas Anishinaabeg Mawunjiading, the great gathering of Anishinaabe people on Madeline Island. That's all day Friday and all day Saturday. Nice island to go to, so travel from all parts of the world to get there and enjoy it. We want to thank everybody for joining in with us once again, like you and you and you. Don't try to duck out of there. I saw you. See you again. Bye.